How's it going, everyone? Figured I'd make a quick video. So while I was waiting for my Shirley, I spent a lot of time on YouTube myself, just watching to make the time go by and make my wait a little bit easier. So I've been meaning to make a video ever since I got mine, just to help those that are still on the wait list, make their time go a little bit faster. Maybe point out some things that I wish I would have done, and maybe you could build into your plans. So here's my my cooker. It's a 24 by 50. Got the standard height warmer with the hip roof. I did obviously the upgrade for the wheels. A couple of the other things I did, I had them add in a port for my barbecue guru, so the fan. So a lot of people put it on the pinwheel on the firebox door. I figured the way I had it, I didn't want it hanging out there and be in a spot where someone could catch their knee on it, so I had them put it in there. Quite honestly, didn't work out quite as I hoped. I haven't fiddled with it too much, but honestly, I mean, this thing runs so good. It's like I don't even. If I could do it again, I probably wouldn't even have them put it in there. But I have it, and who knows? Maybe I'll try it in the future. One other thing you guys probably noticed I did that I'm using right now. I actually had them put in the provisions for a rotisserie. So I just went to onegrill.com, bought a universal kit, and it's got like a 5/8 inch stainless steel spit. But cooking a couple birds now. Got some chicken thighs coming. Gonna do some Kaneka sausage. Got some St. Louis spares that I cooked a little earlier that are still in the main chamber. But this is the first time using that, so I'll see how that works out. But cooking over hickory right now. But yeah, just like everybody else on YouTube says, I mean, and the reason why you're probably watching this video and why you're probably on the wait list is, I mean, the quality's outstanding. Really happy with the purchase. It was definitely worth every minute of the wait. A couple of things I did that you probably noticed. So I just had a couple pro ports put in here. Everybody's particular about where they have them. I just figured, I got the shelf here, just to kind of shorten the distance for the leads, to try to keep it clean rather than having a lead come from a temperature controller over here, have them run all the way to to this side where some people put the pro ports. Also had them do a carbon steel shelf, and I had them do it with the backsplash. So this is one regret I have. I tried to save a few bucks and go with this instead of the stainless, and I should have gone with the stainless. But and honestly, I'll probably end up reaching out to Tyler at some point just to buy the stainless shelf, and it's going to be more expensive because of the shipping. So instead of having it just shipped with my cooker, now I'm going to have to pay, who knows, UPS freight or something to ship a stainless shelf. But that's all right. I mean, it served its purpose. It's tough to keep clean. And it scratches. I mean, they did a good job painting it, but I'm trying to be easy with it too, but it just the paint scratches. Got both dampers. Got an insulated firebox. So that was one real thing. So I got a 3-year-old daughter, and then another child on the way, and I figured that for safety. But super happy with that. I would definitely do that again in a heartbeat. It still gets hot, but it's not. Right now the fire's roaring in there, and you can touch it. You can probably keep your finger on there for half a second or so. So it's probably 200 degrees, but it's better than being 600 degrees and scalding, skin searing hot. So definitely a little bit safer. Here's what I got for a fire right now. Like I said, I'm just burning hickory. So during my wait, I spent my time building a little woodshed and stocking that up. So there that is. So just for scale, it's about 7 foot. And then I got about 10 feet wide. And it is pitched pretty good, so the backside's not as big. But then I just got some oak, got some sugar maple, got some apple. A lot of the apple came from an orchard Well, some of the apple came from an orchard just north of me, and then a lot of it actually came from a neighbor right down the road, about a quarter mile. They had 3 trees that apple trees that I had been eyeballing, and I was actually just gonna be asking them for like trimmings or branches that came off. And then one day last March, you know, we had a decent storm, and the trees suffered some pretty good damage, so they ended up just cutting them down. And I stopped and asked, and yeah, they said I could take it. So I took it and spent most of my summer splitting, which was a real pain. So apples quite knotty. Then on the back side I got some cherry, and then I got some hickory, and then I just got some store-bought mesquite, which I bought a couple bags of, and it's kind of a waste of money, but whatever, I'll try it out. But I bought the cherry, bought the hickory, and I bought some of the oak pre-split, and for about 3/4 of a cord. I got a quarter cord of cherry, quarter cord of hickory, and a quarter cord of oak, red oak, and that was about $220 delivered in Connecticut. So pretty good price. So if you're local, place I used was called Woodfellas. So you give him a call. They got all of that and more. They got season, they got green, you know, depending. So obviously I bought it a year ago, so I told him it didn't really matter, since I had time to dry. But yeah, if you're looking for wood, you know, and you're around Connecticut, you could reach out to them. So one other thing I did too, you know, I'm kind of paranoid, so I was looking for a way to lock it up. So I actually had I asked Tyler and his guys to come up with a solution. So actually pretty slick solutions. It's just literally it's like a 1/2-inch round bar that they flatten out on one end, so that way you can put a lock on it. So I just kind of got like a motorcycle lock, and it runs all the way through both wheels. On this side, you know, it's got like a little plate, so it can't pull through. So you know, if you try to roll the cooker, obviously it'll roll maybe like a 1/2 revolution, and then it'll bottom out on the bottom of the firebox, prevent you from rolling it. I mean, it's kind of hard to steal, but you never know. I figured, you know, with vacations, you know, you leave for a week or 2 weeks, and fortunately I have to leave it outside covered. But you know, so that's where it's gonna live. I'm gonna build probably an 80/20 aluminum frame and kind of make my own canopy. That's the other thing. If I could do it again, I definitely would have got some of their umbrella holders. So I was trying to figure out a good way to come up with some supports to support a canopy of some kind. And man, if I had those little umbrella holders on either end, it would have been a lot easier to kind of come up with something with some sort of, you know, electrical conduit or something, just kind of make like my own little awning. But I figured I can get some of that 80/20 aluminum extruded rail, and you know, come up with a support here, and then just have a beam come up and put in a couple gussets, and then I actually found some nice clamps that actually they're insulated clamps, a 6-inch clamp. I figure I'm going to clamp around the exhaust stack of the warmer, and then make up some brackets for that piece of 80/20 to go up, you know, maybe 2 feet, and then just make a frame. And then I'm going to use some leftover galvanized panels. So I'm thinking maybe be about 9 feet wide by 6 or 7 feet deep, and that should give me enough overhang on either side to kind of keep the rain off it. You know, wind-driven rain, it'll still hit it, but that's all right. I'll probably still cover 2 under that, but at least 2 it'll keep. You know, one thing I did for Easter, I tried smoking a ham, and of course, when I started, it was nice and dry out, but about halfway through the cook, it started raining real hard. Turned into a monsoon, and it was I toughed it out and just grabbed an umbrella and some sandals, but I figured if I had a roof, it would have been a whole lot easier. So yeah, that's it. I'll probably, you know, I don't make a lot of videos. Like I said, I figured I owed it to the community, because like I said, when I was waiting for 16-18 months, I was on YouTube every single night scouring Shirley Fab's Facebook page to see if there was new videos posted. You know, I was like a fiend. It just kind of helped me out. So I said, you know, when I get my cooker, I'll make a bunch of videos. And here I've had it, geez, you know, 2.5 months now. I've already got about a 6 cooks on it, and I never did it. I'm just enjoying it, and I figured I would just make a quick video. Well, not so quick, about 10 minutes now, but figured I'd make a video and help somebody out. So you'll probably see more of it. Oh, one last thing I guess I point out. Some people probably don't like it, but I got this idea from the Lang. So I asked Tyler to put these on, just these gauge shields, so they came out really nice. So I got 3-inch tell truths, by the way, and these are the adjustable ones, so that way you can calibrate them. So, and this thing runs just like everybody says. I mean, real even, real easy. You know, this is my first pit, believe it or not. I mean, all I had before this was just an electric smoker, and you know, when I was younger, I cooked on a Brinkman or something with my dad. But you know, I'm the type of person, I'd rather buy once and make the investment and have something that'll last a lifetime. So I figured I'll get lots of years of use out of it, so it was worth the investment. And little stuff like this, I just figured it'd keep the rain and keep me from accidentally knocking one of those thermometers or something. But it was an expensive option. I would definitely do that one again. But like I said, the only things I would do, so if you're in the market, stainless shelf, umbrella holders, and actually one thing I would do too, which I'm trying to still figure out a solution for, is this warmer. When you're trying to cook in it, it'll get 200 degrees real easy, but to get to the 300, like right now I'm trying to roast turkeys or roast chickens, I need it real hot. And they give you can't really see it, but they give you a kind of like a little deflector that goes over the opening from the firebox. And when you have that installed, so that bottom tray, that drip tray, when you had it installed, so this drip tray can pull out and still lock in, it's too low. So you actually got to turn it, and I have it sitting on top of the angle coming from the firebox, so that way it lets in a lot of heat. I tried without it and actually kind of started warping the that drip tray, because that's only made out of probably 3/16, so it got real hot, and it started actually just kind of bowing. So I'm like, you gotta keep that deflector in there, but if you have it installed the way it's intended, it's too low and it doesn't let up enough heat to get real hot in there. So that'd be one thing I'd probably see if Tyler, if I was doing it again, because my intentions are to cook in here too. I would probably have him raise up those tracks for that drip tray. So so at least that way I can have that deflector turned the way I need it to, and still have that drip tray so it can be locked in onto the tracks. Because the nice thing is, when it's locked in, if you got to pull something out, well, I can't do it here. See how I have it installed? So I got to turn to the side, but see, the strip tray doesn't lock in. So it'd be nice if those tracks were a little higher. I could have that deflector installed the way I want it, and be able to pull that tray out and it would lock in place. But not the end of the world. I can certainly figure something out on my own. But anyways, yeah, so I'll leave it there, and who knows, maybe I'll make another video. Might be a month, might be 2 months, might be 6 months, I don't know. At some point maybe I'll make another video. So hope that helps somebody. All right, thank you.